job. The bastards. The old screen protector on the phone now is gone. She's gone cracked on me now. I try and spruce her up a bit now. Hold on a second, no, will ya? Hold on a second. I couldn't be asked doing the laptop thing tonight, man. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk to you on the phone, like, sure, I'm an influencer now, man. I'd influence any fucker to do anything, like, you know what I mean? When it comes down to, when it comes down to, like, influencing, you know what I mean? I've an awful great influence over people, like, you know what I mean? It's a fucking great job. I'm gonna go and give him the old, go from the phone now, or rub now, hey, 1 second now, hold on. She's still awful blurry, hey. Well, make him a lie. Cancer's attitude, hey. Jenny Sideways. Yeah, Dirk must crack, Mikey Higgins. Cactus Rider. Oh, all the boys from tonight, hey. The whole crew, it's fucking 10 ye. 10 boys, hey. If you go on to, well, Sean Ian Griffin by a man Sean, I've got a fucking 1950s style hairdo here, like one of the tunnel snakes out of fucking Fallout 4 job, you know what I mean? Or Fallout 3, fucking Liam Neeson played the old lad, like Chris J, how's he getting on? Cancer's attitude, 10 spots. Oh, come here, 10 spots, fucking flying around the town all day, man. Johnny Sideways, few pints in Gillette. Oh, not tonight, boy, not tonight. I have a sobriety problem. But how Sweden fucking flying it, man. Malloy, Sweden's fucking flying it. God bless Sweden, boy. They're fucking flying it. What about that old football there last night? Fucking England, man. Sterling dived and he got an awful soft penalty. Oh, the night be going well, man. Mikey Higgins knows well the crack. 24/7. They've a begging for rain check. Fucking Fred Durst, man. That man he could write lyrics. Any lyrics he wants, he wrote them. And no one had fucking, hey man, Gavigan, hey. Missed you enough, horse. I know, hey, come here, Gavigan. There seems to be somehow. Hold on. Maybe we can do the touch. Yeah, the screen protector's broken. She's fucking gooshed. Billy White, much work going on in Sweden. I'll tell you one thing now, Billy. When you see the cranes up in the sky, it's a good sign of work. So there's plenty of sky boys, man. Draw cranes in the sky. Ocean Downer. Can you give a big shout out to Connor the Burger Man? Duncan, who's on the sauce in town right now. Fair play to you, Burger Man. You're saucing it up. No better fucking thing. Nothing more natural. Chris Paz, I just drove over the Mississippi River. Fair play to you, Chris. Gold Christine Perez, he's on a fucking couple of day trips now. He's a couple of days of a trip going from west to east. Wagons east job, yeah? What are you working at yourself at the minute? I'm fucking doing bits and pieces, man. Bits and pieces. Undisclosed work, man. Master Splinter and the boys. Empty Sand, man. How we getting on? Come down like a fucking sky boy. That's God's honest truth there, Mikey Higgins boy. So the corn crake was, if you go on to Twitter at Eddie Durkin, I put up today, imagine if Conor McGregor funded Series 5 of Hottie Books, and it's already got about 500 likes. I am and always will be a fan, Durkin, for life. A man fucking empty sand, man. Top fucking boys. McAfee jobber. Shawneen, boy. Shawneen, Chicago. How's old Laurie Lightfoot going, man? Tell Beetlejuice I'll bend her over and fucking spank her with a paddle. The same kind that fucking Matthew McConaughey had in Dazed and Confused. Just bend over her stripy fucking arse and just go, Sai! 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 Oh! Just really give her the fucking touch with the McConaughey paddle. Man, Jimmy Baz, he's all the heavy hitters in tonight, man. Jimmy Baz. I've Madras all over my arms, but that won't stop me typing. Oh, Madras. You on the old Madras, yeah. I went for a curry there yesterday and I was like, will I go for the Vindaloo or the Madras? Or will I just fucking flake out and get a korma? I did it for tactical reasons. The last time I went into the same place, a mate of mine, he went for the Vindaloo. And he said the next day we were going to do a bit of work together. And he said, I was in the fucking bath for an hour. So the hoop was fucking scalded off him, man. The hoop was well and truly fucking kiboshed. Hey, smash that like button if you want to end world hunger. Michael Malloy, who'll win the Euros? I'd say if it comes down to pure football, I reckon it'll be it'll be Italy. But if there's any old soft fucking touches, England to get it by. England to get it. Peshwari Nan, says Johnny Sideways. Hi. Oh, ho, ho, that man knows good fucking drifting. I had fucking. That's about. There was a couple of. You'll have to ask me a few questions there to get the mind going. There's no notes with me, man. I just get straight up and fire from the hip, like. Do you know what I mean? I fire from the. I shoot from the hip, like. Shoot the thrill. SADC job, like. Dirty old town, hey. Oh, it's fucking. The town could over cleaning. Couple of boys in yellow jackets going out with those little claws picking up old fucking leaflets and shit, you know what I mean? Hey. Tell you it's an awful messy spot, hey. If you're coming out the airport there in Dublin, hey, and you go walking, hey, and you see there's an awful lot of shite down, you know, on traffic islands and stuff, like, there's boys going around, like, throwing fucking takeaway boxes and shit like that, man, you know what I mean? And we got a Ballina man in the house, hey. Tommy Canavan. Oh, it's a good name now, Tommy. I'll tell you one thing, Tommy Canavan. Tell you what we'll do. When I get back to Ballinam, myself will go down the ridge pool, man, but do the fishing, man. Land a few trout, man, do you know what I mean? A couple of eel. We'll land a few eels down there, hey. Down the ridge pool, we'll go landing. We'll do a few landers, man. Fair play, boy. There's a Ballina lad on my GA team, sound skin. Fucking Jimmy Bars knows the crack, man. Say, Coleman's athletic, boy. Saying Coleman job. McGregor versus Poirier. I didn't even know they were fighting until they went onto Twitter. Fucking McGregor will probably get that, I'd say. I'd love to be one of the episodes of the Hardy Books for the laugh. Shawnee Griffin, we'll make it happen yet, boy. We'll make it happen yet. Watch The Last Samurai. Don't make films like that anymore. What I couldn't understand is why there was a fucking white lad over fighting in China. Nah, Japan, man, Japan. Tom Cruise and the boys, hey. That screen is fierce steamy, hey. What's going on? That's Brian O'Connor. Man, Brian, is that Brian O'Connor from Limerick, is it? She's fierce steamy is right. Jade Elwas, how you doing, baby girl? Morton, clean the lens. I cannot because the fucking lens, look at this. I'm going to have to figure out why. Why is it like this? Why have you done this to me? To the fucking screen. No, she's ghost, man. She's ghost. The onboard camera, she's ghost. Close-up jobbing. It has a porn video filter on the owl lens. It does. Steam room job. Come here, the fucking heat, man. It's like Vietnam on a bad Wednesday week. Rick Simpson oil on the owl lens. But a Rick Simpson buy. I'm going to have to get myself a new screen protector. I've got a good year and a half out of it. Death and destruction only comes to those who seek death and destruction. So say Confucius. Confucius was a great man. He was confused half the time. Because he had a class brain. Greasebag burger lens, man. A. McClancy, any crack? Cactus Rider. What has this lad been doing to get that steam in there, hey? Oh, tonight. Johnny from the Hills of Tella. Fucking old Johnny boy. Johnny from the Hills of Tella should be in the Hardy Books. You're fucking damn right about that, Johnny Sideways boy. I'm telling you that for nothing. McGregor reckons oh yeah, TC. I thought that was one of the don't talk to me about, I don't care about them. They're only a pair of dingbats. Such a fucking beautiful name. He'll be calling them fiddlesticks or plebs next. Finn Hoor. Well, Martin, the truth is coming home that Southgate could sell water to a drowning man. Has them all thinking they'll win. It's coming home. Ungulateur. Man, who go to bed with an itchy arse and wakes up? Shawnee says, man who go to bed with itchy arse wakes up with smelly fingers. That was a very, I think that was in the back of the, I think that was in the cliff notes of The Art of War. Robbie Heenan, too many pints and the phone ends up in the toilet. Been there, mate. Oh ho ho. Alan Keane, you're welcome to the Pleasure Dome. What's happening to yourself? Not a lot now. Can't show the sweet smell of success. Oh, the smoking old spliffing is Jake Topia, should I say. Smoke away, boy. Fucking smoke anywhere you like, man. You know what I mean? God often said don't be too greedy, like. What's the crack? What's the jelly baby up to these days? Super glue and tassels onto his titties, is it? Oz BF of 2. What is it? Oz. I don't know, I can't read that. The blind man walked past the fish market and said, "Hey, ladies, oh, that's a fucking crude one. Hey, oh, come here, Cactus Rider. Could try putting the phone in some dry white rice. Might get the moisture." No, it's not. It's actually the piece of glass, the plate glass they put over to protect the screen. It's now it's basically the plastic membrane underneath it where the adhesive was. That's what the crack is there now. And did we see Rachel Coyne was in the mix? Have you any more plans for the Hardy Books podcast? I do, yeah. I've just gotta fucking sit down and do it. Like, I'd say I'll be resuming that in the winter. It's just when it's standby heading off. Good luck now, standby. Hey, yeah. It's if I'm sitting in the if but come winter over here, it's boring as fuck, man. So there'll be a lot of time spent in over the winter. So I'll get cracking on that. Like I haven't been playing much PlayStation lately either. I've done the usual crack of playing an RPG, doing all the side quests, man. You know what I mean? Like finding every nook and cranny in the game and forgetting what I was doing, and then just gave up. Mikey and Higgins, I'm blazing. Dogstar or Star Dog. Remember Keanu Reeves was in a band called Dogstar, and he was playing a gig up in Edinburgh once at the Edinburgh Festival years ago, and someone threw an orange at him as he was playing bass. What does Cinderella do when she got the ball? She choked. Any good jokes, eh? Oh, Finn Hora was an awful naughty one. Fuck's sake. Man the Purple Dog by. Are you a Skyrim fan? I never played Skyrim. My niece was playing it. But I'm a fan of the Skyrim style Oblivion videos. Is Skyrim and Oblivion the same thing? I don't fucking know anymore. Are you gonna do any streaming of the game? Like, oh, I've been doing a bit, man, but not tonight. I've got to be up early in the morning. Lick out Beast, you're very welcome to the fucking Pleasure Dome, as they'd say in fucking Grand Canyonsville. Pure artisanal, calling them cunts for being cunts. Gang of cunts. Oh man, if Shawneen and Jimmy Bars got together for an old 420 Powerball, the foundations of the world would shake. Alan S., how are you, Martin and chat? Or be keeping well. Another day here in Clownland, Alcatraz. There's no fight in the Irish anymore, man. It's fucking been docile creatures now, hey. Anyone with a bit of fucking fight just fucked off, made coin abroad, like Schwinford or Choom, fucking Schwinford the whole way, J4MT, fucking Schwinford boys, don't stop, boy. Some fucking hard cunts don't choom way, man. Gilmartin Road boys don't stop, man. I tell you, fucking straight up here, no, you know what I mean? Like Longford and Choom are fucking similar enough towns, man. I've been a lot. You pass through them, man. You go on to fucking Galway, you go to Tone, man. You know what I mean? If you go on to Longford, I'm going to Dublin, man. You know what I mean? Go to Luigi's and fucking have another fucking bag of the chips, man. Soup, Max, Milkshaft, man. You know? Jonah Anderson, see the Kung Fu fight there by the bartender a few weeks ago. Back Bruce Lee jab. He did a nice little spinning back kick. You know, fair play to him, man. More power to him. He was obviously perfecting his craft, his technique at throwing roundhouses and beautiful jabs. And, it's lovely to be able to have the excuse to use it on the streets. So, fair play to him, man. I was glad to see a man. He was busy. You could tell he was in the gym on the long bag, just going fucking roundhouse, and he was doing the motion of a man who was like he do the full circle, man. Do you know what I mean? If you do work in Skyrim, what that would be a rim job. Fucking would indeed, Cactus Boy. Would indeed. Dublin barmen are equipped. Oh, you got one. Martin, did you play Shady Gambling? I'll tell you fucking straight up, you know that man, you know, I'll tell you put the fucking phone up in the shares, man, you know, I'll tell you fucking straight up. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I see stiffness when I look at that thing, bat, says TC. Racheline Coyne, didn't know you were friendly with Dave Cullen. You should get him on the live stream again. Oh yeah, man, you got to fucking. I mean, in fairness, the man spent 13 years building an audience of 500,000, and then YouTube just fucking toasted him. It's not right, man. Do you know what I mean? He's sound skin, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm the kind of lad what I love is a good juicy bit of debate, man. Do you know what I mean? A good touch of two intellectual heavyweights just fucking going at it, chatting hard chat. J4MT, when you getting your own Vikings gig, you seen the axe too quick, lad? I fucking did, boy. Fucking did. I had did another audition for something coming up on Netflix. I won't mention any names, man, but hopefully, with the help of God, I get it, and with it, a nice big brown envelope that says "The Touch," and I'd be like, "Oh, Dragon's Touch, is it? I'll take the touch from any fucking old boy. The touch, the sound of the OMC voice," says Oz BF 02. Bradley Clancy, who you got, Dustin or McGregor for the fight the weekend? Well, I'd say McGregor went in there. This will be round 3. So McGregor, he went in. He got a bit fucking. He got Poirier last time. He would have. You can imagine he'd spent years brooding over that defeat, going, "I'm gonna get him one day, man. Really gonna make him cry. We're doing a bit of whinging. Payback time, man." And Conor probably went in there going, it's another day of ringing it in. I don't know. It's going to be a tasty one anyway. Love to see a new performance from you. Michael Malloy says, "Yeah, man, it'd be grand." That fucking Irish agent of mine, like, he's doing fuck all for me, man. Do you know what I mean? He's as much use as a fucking ashtray on a speedboat. Mitsubishi Colt or a Fiat Punto? Is this with the options of having like the full touch, like the Abarth job, and a bit of rally art? If you get to have both of them fully trimmed up, I'd probably go with the Mitsubishi Colt. Probably go with the Colt. Japanese boys, they know how to build good motors. The Jinx Netflix, good watch. I haven't seen that. Is that one of those old fucking scary murder jobs? Bailey he was found guilty in France, but Ireland wouldn't let them convict him. Isn't it funny? I was having this conversation today with a fella about Ireland the government being taken to court by the European Union for not wanting to accept that 13 billion that Apple owed them in tax. I mean, what kind of a fucking country is it, man? It's like there's so many hard bastards. But I do feel that most people just give up and they're like, "Ah, fucking, we're out of here." But it'd be lovely to see the hard cunts come back to the country and be like, "Hey, things got to change, man. You're taking the fucking piss, boys." You know what I mean? Bradley Clancy, do you have a Twitch? Be fun to do sketches on. I don't have a Twitch actually. Oh, I do, but I don't use it. I've got no subscribers on there, but I think is it Hardy Books on Twitch? I don't know. Maybe. Joseph Sullivan, how you doing? What else? Who else is rooting for Italy despite their love of diving when a defender comes near them? They're allergic to tackles, those boys. You've got the old man Facebook profile camera angle going on. I do indeed. Good on you. You'll subscribe now, Michael Malay. Fair play to you. It's either Maloney's Digest or Hardy Books. Born in Leeds, England all the way, I hope. Yeah, you know what? To be fair, it'd be nice to see England winning. Because Italy fucking win it the whole time. And, just for England's sake, they haven't won anything since '66. Dr. David, the Ibanez Tube Screamers after you. I have 2 gigs at the weekend. I have a gig tomorrow night and Saturday night playing music. One of those music boys you hear about. And Dr. David, I'm gonna ask you this actually. And Christian Folan, same boys watching the whole time. Some good skins. Yeah, you got that right, Christian. Fucking sound posse. Dr. David, I will consult you. I will consult your worldly knowledge of musical equipment, right? I was going to do a show the other day. Oh, wait, whoa, let me pause for a second. Jonah Anderson says, Sean Ryder discovers UFOs on TV. Made me laugh. Was like Danny Dyer's hard man. Please put it in the chat, man. I have to get a link to that. But yeah, Dr. David or anyone else who's on the old live music track, I was going to do like a one-man cover gig for the next 2 nights, but I was thinking, can I bring the Strat or the Les Paul and rig it up into a multi-effects pedal like a Boss Semi 50 and put it straight into the PA? Would it be recommended or would it be a bit weird to have a lad just playing electric guitar and singing? Answers in the postcard down there. And remember, smash that like button if you want to end injustice. Any gigs planned for the Roisin Dove when we all have the prod in the arse scan? Aria, I get gigs there, no bother, man. You know what I mean? Paulie Walnuts is gold. Fucking quiz. Oh, Paul Bagano. What's his name? Was it John Bagano? There's more. Okay. That one's laughing. Poison Ivy? Who the fuck you been talking to? The cans of Guinness are going down well, boys. Dean Hennessy has to be done, boy. Has to be done. Mick the Bull. He was an actual mafia associate. I don't think made, but still adds some authenticity. I've actually started watching. I've been watching a beautiful bit of Sopranos back to series 1 again. I've restarted watching it. Fucking brilliant. Unless you get a decent clean tone with some reverb, the neck pickup on a Strat would sound okay. Unless you get a decent clean tone. Yeah, I'd say so as well. There is. I'm also thinking about like later on just to spice things up, just fucking play some hard rock, man. Bit of fucking Paradise City job. Yeah, Charles Picano. Oh wait, there's more. Voodoo. This is sick. Evil voodoo black magic. That's what this sick shit. Is there ever going to be another series or film? Right, listen, here's a bit of homework for everyone. Go onto Twitter and start creating a fucking thing that just start saying McGregor is going to fund series 5 of Hardy Books. We'll make this happen, man. McGregor will be like, all right. I am familiar with your show. It is moderately amusing, yes. I'll show you some money, yeah. And next thing is like, thanks very much, Connor. Cheers. Joseph Remar, do you think Italy will win the Euro final? The thinking man's money is on Italy. I was talking to this fella today, Johan, and he was saying, "Oh man, they're totally gonna wipe the floor with England. They're totally gonna. Oh, nobody has ever seen such things." That's a clip for the intro. The Tech 21 Sans amp is a classic, good substitute for an amp. You can put it right into a PA, or you can get a 2-notes captor which sits at the end of your pedal board and goes right into the PA. How much are they, Davidine? How much would man pick one of them up for? Love from America, Martin. Handsome Henry. Fucking some name for some man. Would be a class storyline having McGregor be an enemy of the Viper. Yeah, Viper. Fucking McGregor's gonna get you, man. He said you were talking shit about him on Facebook. You gone soft hay, says Kieran Connolly. Oh, you got that right, man. How'd you get the start in Hardy Books? Oh, long old fucking story, man. Long old story. €230. Fuck me. She ain't cheap. But it could be a nice touch. If McGregor sponsors it, the Hardy Books would be chugging proper 12 in Castletown. Oh man. They'd be fucking, I tell you, it wouldn't take much to chug a few of them. Especially if the boo was there going, see that, I reckon we should fucking have a few drinks. You know, McGregor, like, it would be rude not to. Like, he's putting all the money into it. I like it. And I'd be like, you know what, Tom, you fucking, I agree with you. Do you like the hefty birds? Do you? Come here. Big girls need loving too, men. Marking short haul. The Sand Samp is certainly an excellent bit of gear. Oh, the two boys know the fucking gear. You lads are a pair of gear schluts, are you? The Sans amp. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I also want to get one of those. What are the name of those micro loops, lads? They're an easier to deal with than the RC2, because I have an RC2 loop pedal, but I just haven't been fucking arsed using it because of the tap on, tap off. It's the RC20 is probably a handy touch, but let me know in the crack. Big Mick prequel series. Oh, lick out beast. That would be fucking unreal, actually. Anybody into urban exploration might be interested. Documentary closed for storm about Six Flags New Orleans before and after Katrina. Wow, that'd be interesting. Put the link in the fucking description there, Cactus Rider lad. And remember, smash that button if you want world peace. Dr. David, I got an original from 1991. Sounds great. Direct into an interface. Wow. Well, the original looper. Are they that old? The first time I ever seen a guy playing a loop pedal was in New York in 2006. And I was looking at this guy playing guitar and I was like, what the fuck's going on here, man? This guy's unreal. Unreal, man. Urbex. What are Urbex, man? How are you, Amanda? You're welcome to the power zone. I'll tell you a funny story about Tardaf back in the day. There was a lad from what was the name of the town? Ballymena, called Paddy, and me and Tordaf were coming out of school on the lunchtime break. And we're walking downtown, and we meet Paddy, who was in a very distressed state. And he was like, "Oh, Marty, man, Marty, please help me, man, Marty, please, you gotta help me with the fucking video, man. You know what I mean?" I was like, "What's the problem, Paddy, man? Oh, Marty, go fucking look at this, man. You know what I mean? I fucking need help." Right. So as Paddy is in this distress talking. Thanks very much for the super chat there, Shawnee. I know YouTube's going to take their cut, but here's a few ducats to help get McGregor on the phone. Fair play to you. Any bit of fucking touch goes a long way, lads. And Shawnee is the touch meister general. So we're down Market Street, and Paddy's, "Please, Marty, please, you gotta help me with it." I look down. I was like, "What's the problem?" And he goes, "Look at the fucking letterbox." And there was a video shop called Galleys that all the hard lads used to smoke fucking Bensons in the back while playing Virtuous Striker and playing pool. Myself and the lads, we'd often go in and just take the piss out of different video boxes and be like, Troll 2, one was never enough. This kind of crack. So I look at the letterbox, and someone has smashed, or someone's bent the frame on the inside. So it was kind of like it was like an X over the lunch, or the letterbox. So Paddy couldn't insert the video, and he's like, "Marty, please, can you drop my video off, man, please?" And I was like, and I looked at the video. I said, "What did you get, Paddy?" He goes, and he shows me the video. It was called Power Zone. So there was a movie he'd watched called Power Zone. I told off, kept going, "Paddy, Power Zone." And then Paddy got so pissed off that he gave Tordoff a kick up the hole. And he goes, "Fucking take that, you English twat." That was brilliant, man. Thank you very much for the super chat there, Cactus Rider. Appreciate that, mate. Loving the chats. Always a good time. It is a good time, man. It's a lovely time. You're always welcome. I love having you in. You're a sound bunch. It's a lovely little crew. I've said it. Hey, I've said it before and I say it again. It's a beautiful crew of good lurkers. You'd be there lurking on the web pages, man. What's the preferred method of watching these videos? Do you be sitting there by the old computer all cozied up? Oh, thank you very much for the 20 beans, man. J4MT, my man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What's the method? Do you just sit on the phone? Are you in the bed just fucking, "I'll watch this lad live now"? Or do you be sitting beside the old TV with the Chromecast on going, "I'll put that man on the 54 fucking Philips job. Smart Hub, Samsung, is it? Oh. You're playing Call of Duty. Nice touch. Lying in bed when I watch you usually. That's the fucking way to have it, Amanda. Smoking away on the couch after GA. That's the job. Jimmy boy. How's the GA going? Are you doing a bit of are you training? Are you doing Tibetan sprints? Are you strong, Jimmy? Are you strong? I met Danny Moha the other day, actually, and he was saying, "When did you last hear from Stateside?" I was like, "About a year ago." "Why don't you hear from him anymore?" And I was like, "Well, it's probably the time when he sent the picture of his hard on and said, 'Anyone talks to my girlfriend, and they get that.'" And after that, I was like, I think I might just cease communications. The training's going strong, boy. We've new fellas joining next week. One Aussie rules, mad cunts. That's brilliant, man. Fair play. You got to get the boys on the squad, man. You'll be winning boys in Manchester, Leeds, the London Irish boys. Oh, you'll take the lot of them, man. Fucking championship winners. Inter-county UK boys. Bandy Toaster in the lab waiting for the fake tan to dry. But I've on the projector too. Lockdown job. The old fake tan job. Fair play, Bandy Toaster. You're a fucking absolute unit of a woman. Fake tan. If you lived somewhere like Florida, you could have the real tan. But it's handy just to take. I might start for the crack. Just start wearing loads of fake tan and look like one of those or Jersey Shore lads or Geordie Shore lads. I'd be like going down to the tannery now to get my tan on. Yeah, I'm gonna get a load of tattoos of stars and stuff, and then I'm gonna go for the old Love Island next year. Start taking the stegs, man. Do a bit of lifting, so I have earlobes that tickle my shoulders. Cactus Rider, he sent you a picture of his lad, like. I know you're a friend who's done that by accident, meaning it for a girl. Still not a good idea, but better, I think. Do you know what? It's been on rare occasions I've sent pictures of the flute. Rare occasions, but it's usually been to women that I have had sex with. So, Stephen Costanza. Oh, you both Stockholm for a few pints in 2 weeks, my old man. I will be. Someone put the link in the Discord. We had I met Leo Thompson there for a few pints recently. Crack was had, man. Sound skin. I'll be down to Josephina's to you. Thompson, if you're watching this, man, there was a rake of finers in the bar the last day asking for you, saying, "Where's the hunk from Mayo, man? The Mayo hunk." And he was wearing all nice gear from the bar. Fair play to him. The fake tan doesn't look so good on gingers though. That's why we got to do it. Joseph Sullivan, fair play to you, brother, man. 10 beans, 10 Yankee dollars, man. You know what? You cannot beat the Yankee dollar touch. Fair fucks to your Joey Sullivan by. Cricks Kicks, I like a good frick with a lass that has a fake tan. If you work up a sweat, it'll start a running. Sure fucking does. How many times have you been in an old hotel room and the sheets have fake tan streaks all over them? Oh ho ho. Jaquarius man, I see you were the first man to like the video of Ganga Cons. How are you now, mate? What's the crackage? I'm like a dog with two Mickeys, man. I'm happy enough just sitting here having the crack with you. I'll see if I can maybe do a bit of live streaming of the gig. We'll see what we could do. Go on the dono, boys. Keeping the community green. Fucking Jimmy Baz knows the crack. Yeah, I could see that. No, my buddy used to do that after he got a girl's number in an attempt to woo them. I never understood. I mean, like, I never understood why lads send pictures of their flutes, man. It's basically like you're taking a part of the anatomy out of context, and just apparently, like, when Tinder was a thing, it started off here a few years ago. I was talking to a woman who I know well. I won't mention her name, but she's a sister-in-law. But she was saying, like, the amount of fucking guys sending pictures of their dicks. I'm like, why? Where are they getting? I mean, how is this happening? But yeah, it was probably that they traded numbers and just, I don't know. I never saw the point of it. Are you still married to the ball? Fuck, married to the ball? No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm still married to the ball. Bandy Toaster, still married to the ball. Eddie Bravo, fair fucks to him. Haven't heard from him since. TIL, that Nick Cave was offered big money by an undisclosed tampon company to use red right hand in an ad. Handbags and jam racks. Oh, man. Nick Cave. Oh, Nick Cave. Ball. Sweet as a mixer type job, says Jake Topia. Ball sweat as mixer type job. Oh, man. He's broadcasting live from a Turkish bath. Cactus Rider, in relation to his mate who used to send the pictures of his aroused appendage, once sent it to his aunt who happened to have the same name as the girl he just met, was quite the laughing crack when his uncle joked, "You were trying to take my girl." I can imagine it was. Graham Byrne, shout out to Lee Kelly and Lanzarote, handing out bare 50s. Amen, fucking Lee Kelly and Lanzarote. Hey, listen, lads, out Lanzarote, fucking smash that like button if you want to fucking cure disease. Cactus Rider, at Thanksgiving dinner, his uncle did it. Entire family there. Yeah, that's hard touch, man. Shawneen Thornton, how are you getting on, Shawneen? Eddie Bravo is in Antarctica, still stuck to the ice wall after licking it. It's funny, man. A friend of mine, Ed O'Neill, who's been on the podcast. Yes, it's Ed O'Neill for the Rackham of Stockholm. He sent me a link of this fella from UCD who wanted to go to Antarctica on a mission to find Mr. Warren G. But yeah, he wanted to go and prove the world was flat. And everyone was giving him a hard time. And I was like, look, fucking let him at it, man. Do you know what I mean? If he's so passionate about it, I'd make a documentary. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, people should support a man who wants to go to the edge of the fucking world to find whatever the fuck is on the other side of it, man. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, fucking, I'd watch it. I mean, it'd be a cliffhanger. Did he make it? Did he get told to go away by the Treaty of International Boys? Who knows? But one Irish man from UCD took a fucking trawler and went all the way down to fucking Antarctica to hang out with a couple of fucking sea lions and penguins and the boys. Always think of Christmas Story when getting stuck like that gets mentioned. Yeah, well, I mean, sending pictures of your flute, man. I mean, how do these lads, what's the angle that they take? Is it fucking top down? Is it like, I was talking to one of the lads one of my mates in Dublin. I hear, and he was saying the golden rule, man. If you're gonna send pictures of your flute, never show your face in the same picture. That's what happened to Dirty Den from EastEnders. And look where that got him. Ever do any best man speeches? Any advice? Have I done any best man speeches? I've done a few speeches. For a while there, I got into just doing random fucking speeches at any events for a laugh. Do you know what I mean? Just getting up, like, you know, at a birthday party, I'll be like, I'll just start shouting speech, and then I'll go, right, I'll do the speech, and then I'll just add a bit of a speech for the crack, and sometimes they're incoherent, but fucking bit of a laugh. Lick Out B says, plan view, elevation, and end view of the flute. Eh? Will you clean the bog water off of your camera mush? I can't. It's the adhesive backing under the perished bulletproof glass. So I'm gonna have to get myself a new screen protector. Amanda says, nobody that sends a dick pic randomly has ever got fucked from it in the history of the world. Isometric view. Yeah, I mean, it's basically going to, it's basically a way of just like completely fucking up any dialogue you've managed to achieve with a strange woman. 70s Vaseline lens, says Bandy Toaster. You fucking got that one right, hey. Oh ho ho, hey. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho ho. We did have 51, we got 50. There's a good, imagine if we were 52, fuck me. Imagine if the whole gang of us were just sitting in a room, just having the crack. There was pints, and there was music, and a couple of lads fucking dancing up on top of a table going, oh ho, did you ever do that Cossack dancing, man? Fucking mad crack to be done, hey. Mad crack to be done, hey. Oh ho ho, oh ho ho. I reckon it's a tough job staying sober enough to deliver a best man speech. I tell you, actually, yes, you have jogged my memory. Back in 2006, I was asked to do a bridal speech for my sister Lisa. And like, my sister, I mean, I know, like, she moved out when she was like 16, and then we moved to Ireland. So I'd only ever see her like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So I actually didn't really know her that well, even though she's my sister and all. Or I didn't know her that well at the time, because I'd only see her for Christmas and Easter and that kind of thing. So I had to write this speech, man, and I don't know why. First of all, my dad was supposed to do it. He was like, I kept fucking the nerves, man. I cannot do it. So then the job went to our older sister Trisha, and then she turned it down, and I was like, I'll do the speech. And it was just like the shit that I'd written, man. I was just like, what the hell am I talking about? So I just had myself a couple of Jack Daniels and got up and I did the speech. And I know they filmed it. They have it on film. Maybe I'll ask my brother-in-law Mike if he has that speech, because it was like, there was probably about 350 people in the room. And when I got up and was talking, I was just on autopilot. And my sister at the end of it goes, thank you very much for that touching yet very random speech. So I got up and did it. Fucking, and I think that was the biggest crowd I'd ever addressed. Other than the time when I was about 8 in the Isle of Man, I won some money for getting up. I was on this boys' trip to the Isle of Man, which was fucking brilliant crack. And I got up in front of this, I don't know, maybe it was like 1,000 people. It was like this thing in Douglas in the Isle of Man. It seemed huge because I was only a small kid, but I had to get up and do an impression of Cilla Black. I was like, "Hi, yeah, my name's Cilla Black," and I can't remember what I said, and cracked a few jokes, and I won 150 quid for myself. So everyone was like, "I can do a better impression than Cilla Black. I should have got up there. I would have fucking won it." And I was like, "Well, why didn't you?" Um, See, don't use your normal accent. It hurts my feelings, say Graham Bourne. Why would you say such a thing? What about my feelings, man? Do you know what I mean? Roisin Mac, how are you doing, hey? What are you girls chatting about? What are you chatting about there? Kevin LG, 1990. Fucking hell, mate. Light one up with you. Oh, ho. Green Bay Packers, yeah? Wisconsin boys. I used to have a pen pal called Rory from Wisconsin when I was about 10. I was like, "Hello there, Corey. How are you? What is it like over there in America? My favourite films are Predator, Aliens, and Terminator. What do you like doing? I like football and playing the Sega Master System. I have a dog called Bertie." And then he wrote back a couple of he had a little picture. He was a cool blonde dude who was wearing a t-shirt saying Green Bay Packers. And he was like, "My favorite team is the NFL, Green Bay Packers. I too really love Aliens, Terminator, and Predator." And yeah, and then my dog Bertie got a hold of the letter and chewed the picture, and then never wrote back. But this in a funny kind of way is a bit like the digital PayPal. Do you know what I mean? You're just chatting to lads online, man. Do you know what I mean? I love your accident pal. The names you came up with for Hardy Books. I pissed myself. Francis Higgins, Eddie Durkin. Well, funny enough, Eddie Durkin actually. Owen came up. We were prank calling some lads from school once, and he was like, "Who's this?" And Collie goes, "Lurkin, man, Lurkin." We used to do this thing where we used to ring people up and take the first consonant off of names. I was like, "Oh, night man, yeah. Who's this?" "Lurkin, man." "Who?" "Lurkin." "Oh, night man, yeah. Oh, round home. On the night." And he was like, "Who is this?" "Lurkin, man, Lurkin." "Who?" "Durkin." "Who's Durkin?" "Eddie Durkin." And that was that was when the name was born. Irish toy guy. Gotta ask, dude, were RTE difficult to work with? The series doesn't feel like it did either way. They were sound enough, like, but sometimes they would just you get into these fucking really long conversations about bollocks that was inconsequential. I remember we had a really long discussion because there was a bit like, if Durkin thinks he's gonna win King of the Town, I'll make him cry. Then he'll be Queen of the Town. But there was a bit where, here, Viper, did you hear about Durkin's entering the King of the Town? "Oh, yeah? What are they going as?" "I don't know. Big mix American Dreamers." "American Dreamers? More like American Creamers." So there was just a piece of incidental graffiti in the background that just said, "Brian is gay." And the Ailish and Jane were like, "It's offensive. You can't put that on. Like, you're going to have to reshoot that scene." So then we were like, we had to create this, like, because we couldn't be fucking bothered to go back and then reshoot that scene just to get rid of Brian is gay in the back. So we were like, yeah, but look, it shows the immaturity of these grown men hanging out in alleyways. They probably wrote we had to say, like, there was some sort of weird, like, quasi bromance between stateside. It was fucking, so it ended up staying in there anyway. Show has gotten me through a hard few weeks the last while, man. So thank you, even if it was for the crack and a job. Oh, mate, you know what? I think you can see it, that the sentiment of, in a weird way, it felt like a vocation. Like, it's funny because like I'd meet lads who were in jail in Mountjoy, and he's like, this little one lad I met, he's like, you don't understand. Like, we'd all be sitting fucking howling, laughing every Monday night when the show would come out on RTE, and we'd all fucking sit down and watch it together. So it was just like, and then you'd hear these lads from Gormanstown. You know, there was these other lads going, man, Durkin, I loved your show, man. I mean, it was so fucking good. All the lads, we just sit down and watch it together. We were all a bit homesick, so we'd all watch it and have a great laugh, and that really warmed my heart, man. Like, I love it because for me, what got me through school was BBC Two comedy nights and the comedy that was on RTE. So I was thinking like, okay, it's a Monday, you're in school or you're back at fucking work after the weekend, and just something to look forward to. I really do hope we get another series soon, man. You know, it's also myself and Chris Perez and Cowboy are gonna do this. I may as well announce it now. We're gonna be doing a little documentary over here in Sweden. Um, so, Dr. David, have you ever punched someone for telling you for the 9,000th time? It's sort of reminded me of Trailer Park Boys. I'm yet to besiege someone with the Clockinator for such things. But yeah, so we're going to do this thing called King of the Influencers, where basically we're going to incorporate our social media in real time into this show to try and be like, try and figure out how to be like Jake Paul or these like big influencer dudes, or you know, who what was the name of these lads, these Steven something, and there are these lads in America, they live in like a bro house, and they've all got like fucking punch bags and swimming pools, and the Nick boys or something, like these kind of lads who just live in a big house full of influencers. And yeah, so we're going to try and take that kind of culture and be like, how can me and Cowboy become the king of the influencers? So I was thinking it could be funny if we have this, okay, K-pop is really big, K-Stan, how can we get on the K-pop train? So we'll just meet a stylist who shows us, or dresses us up as K-pop lads, and we just take pictures in this really arty, pretentious part of town called Sofo, which means south of Falkinagarden. So it's like, we're here in South Falkinagarden. Let's try and look all cool and edgy and just find out what's going on, man. Sounds like a great toucher. Looking forward to that. It would be good crack, man. We'll try and sell it to Barstool Sports or something. EHR, Martin, you should start on TikTok Live. It gets a lot more views and traction than here nowadays. TikTok Live, you say? Maybe, you know what I might do? I might do a TikTok Live, right, as Eddie Durkin, and be like, here, fucking Durkin, man. For any of you who haven't seen that video of me shouting, cons, give that a share, man. Mut says what you see. Hey, Eddie Durkin, good to see you. I hope Hardy Book stays on Netflix forever. It was great meeting you in Dolan's Limerick before COVID. You were all pure sound, man. Oh, that was that when I did the. Was that when I was with the other lads, or was that when I did the solo show? It's funny because I did the Martin Maloney, What More Do You Want? And realized, like, I remembered, like, just people were like, who the fuck is Martin Maloney? They didn't realize it was Eddie Durkin, and, oh, that was the same dude. And I remember being outside Cypress Avenue, some lad goes, what the fuck, you don't know Cork, boy? I was like, I was doing a gig tonight in there. What, in there, man? I was like, yeah. Look at the poster. It was like, Martin Maloney, who was that? I'm like, yeah, it was me. So, I changed it to Tales of a Hardy Book then. And once I did that, there was a lot more people turning up. Do you ever try satirical humor? Being a Native American, I always wanted to make short films about life in the US. Did I? Yeah, I mean, sure, Hardy Books was satirical, but I'd like to, man. I'd like to see over here in Sweden. I don't really have a crew of lads who just, you know, you want dudes around you who are like, do you want to go make a video? Grand, let's do it today. Also, I think it's fucking mental that you interviewed John McAfee, one of the craziest men to ever live, and you were also at a house party in my brother's house in Sligo. Haha, Stone Mad Small World. You got that one right. Who's your brother, man? Was that after the Clarence one night where someone gave fucking Buzz McDonald a load of plant food? I don't know why he drank that shit, but they gave him this drink and he was out of his fucking mind for ages. He was like Mason pints. He just fucking sculled this weird fucking liquid drink. Yeah, he was fucked. I actually work for TikTok, bro. Can hook you up, no joke. Give me a shout in the Discord. Nothing but ripping. Thanks very much, mate. Heading into bed. I'll catch the rest of the stream tomorrow, boss. My man. And do give Nothing but ripping a subscribe there as well. He's a sound limerick man. He'd put his big muscular arm around you and he'd be like, "Here, you're good, man. Do you know what I mean? Like just live life, live it wild and free. Off you go now. Good luck, Gosser." Thanks very much for the super chat there, lad. Dr. David, Instagram is designed to make other people jealous. Yeah, it's like the early days of the Facebook wall. For some reason, Instagram sold white people the idea of dogs being some status symbol of a happy life. Lots of thick, irresponsible dog owners now. Oh God, yeah, yeah, it's a very good point. Yeah, it's basically the Facebook wall. Do you remember when people would be like, "Look at me, I'm in a glacier in New Zealand, and then look at me, I'm doing this. I'm on a J1 trip. Cool, cool, clack, clack, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, the trails, man. Yeah, yeah, Coronas." Instagram is designed. Mitchell Balzan, how are you, fucking Mitchy boy? If the Friends lads got a mil each for the reunion, how much are you asking RTE for? Those cunts would probably ask us to pay. Yeah, the old woof woof. Haha, man, that was him. My bro had dreadlocks. They always said about the plant food. Owen thought it was water and he was parched. He was parched to bits and sculled the water and got sick everywhere. Yeah, I remember that. That's 10 years ago, man. You were with Buzz and Salmon and Boo. Toasty couldn't make it. I ended up seeing a solo after that of the Viper. Felt bad for him because the video kept breaking down for his act. He would have made good fucking coin, so he was all right. He was all right. I heard about that actually. Nightwalker. Love to see you in a Hollywood film, lad. You got the look, maybe a horror lead role. That'd be fucking great crack, man. Bit of Nicolas Cage, Mandy job. Post his channel link. It won't let me click on his name to sub. Nothing but ripping. Yeah. You'll find it. You'll find it. Rachel Coyne. Hardy Bucks reunion needs to happen if we can't have another series. Yeah, look, we have to fucking do something, man, because it's too good not to do anything. And I think the fact that we've all aged since, like, I mean, it's been 4 years, man. You know what I mean? And it's the funniest thing to have come out of Ireland for fucking decades. They said yous were great crack. Was always raging. I missed that one. Party next time to the haunting site. Yup, yup. Yeah, there was a halting site across the road from it, I remember. Boys living in caravans job. Bring back Bebo. God, that fucking Bebo shit, man. I remember, like, coming back from Sweden and everyone was like, "I got a heart on Bebo. You can get 1 heart a day. I've got 60 hearts. I was like, fuck me, man. I think my name on it was Buttman Forever. RTE got done for dodgy hiring practices. Loads of people were deliberately not given full-time contracts even though they were entitled. Oh man, sure, like anything we did with RTE, we always had to fucking be liable for our own tax, which was a pain in the hole. Because like you'd have all the money spent and then you'd have to find money next year. I fucking hate this self-employed shit, man. Is there any reason RTE haven't commissioned another series yet? Like, that shit was mad successful. I tell you one thing, I think the commissioning editor is a guy called Justin Healy. I sent him a nice little message on LinkedIn. He read it, never bothered his fucking hole replying. So I don't think he's much of it. Some people in RT absolutely love Hardy Books, and there are other people not so much. I don't know what his crack is, to be honest. I hope you do another series of Hardy Books, man. It's class. Another movie or something if you can't do a series. Well, my brother-in-law is trying to get a period comedy drama into production with myself and Owen, but that's been fucking 7 years now at this stage. They have a huge parasitic management structure which takes up a lot of money. People who are expensive, lazy, and unsackable. Yeah, that is true, David. There just seems to be a lot of people just fucking sitting around, man. You know what I mean? It's like it's one fucking handy touch. You know what I mean? Like, I should have fucking got a job there myself, man. Are they owned by the Yanks? Make you wonder. BBC is the same shite. BBC. Hello? hello, can you hear me? Oh, it's gone. I remember myself and Chris was sitting at this opening day. Oh man, we did a... Fuck, I wonder what happened to that. Myself and Chris and Owen did a little video for RTE when we were first starting off. And we were all... It was the opening day and we were sat... I was sat right beside Miriam McCallaghan, and Tordorf was sat beside me to the right. And like they were showing like, coming up on RTE this summer, Bad Fellas. Tordorf was just going, Bad Fellas. He was just taking the piss out of everything. I was like, oh, there's Miriam McCallaghan. She smelled fucking well. She was well dressed. And what happened then? Yeah, we did this video. Hopefully Mike has it somewhere, but his hard drive or his computer fucking smashed. But maybe it's somewhere. I've just remembered this, and it'd be fucking gold. Like, we did a video to RTE going, so when do we... we were like, what's the crack of RTE, man? It's like, oh, come here. They've got this room, like, just full of mattresses, like, and, like, everyone goes in after we go down there, like, they just start going at it on the mattresses, fucking. Jedward are in there and everything, man. Everyone's naked and they're just fucking shagging. And there's like fucking bowls of like the shit we was saying. And it was like half of the people were just silent and the other half were laughing. But that was the kind of piss takers we were, man. We just go in and take the piss out of RTE, the people who were actually funding it. That was a good touch. I enjoyed that. Are you privy to any of the streaming analytics? I'm surprised they haven't reached out themselves and commissioned something. Streaming analytics of YouTube, is it? Or Netflix? I've no idea. Would you ever consider doing a few of the web shorts, mate? Like some no-budget stuff? I was actually thinking about doing a Hardy Books spin-off where I basically play Eddie Durkin, who comes over here and working on building sites and getting into bother over here. I think it'd be a really good mix of characters. I could probably fucking just go and get that done. I mean, I know enough people over here who do it, but I just need to sit down and write a script. But I reckon I could do a web series where I could do something like that over here. Get a few of the boys over, hey. Did you drop the hand on Miriam? Melody Pugh. Fucking how are you, Melody Pugh, hey? Any crack? I've not seen you for days, man. Or not for days, but for fucking months, man. Good to see you. Man, for the love of God, do it. Yeah, I could sit down. I mean, there's so many characters over here, and there's so much access to building sites where I could be doing that kind of stuff. Irish pubs and I was something I was thinking about it. I think I might do it. Would it be better in Poland though? You had a number of characters there. There's a number of characters here as well. A web series would be class. You know what? Maybe I might do that. I might go to there's a thing called Filmbase here that give grants out. I might see if I can get funding to do something. Dr. David says RT is an extension of Irish political culture. Yeah. Sure, Simon Coveney's brother is the fucking head of RT News and the current affairs. And sure, Coveney was at the old Bilderberg meeting there a couple of years ago, man. It says protect the interest of the upper middle class, and for God's sake, don't take action in case you get the blame for trying something that could help. Dr. David, as an article I read, Irish good boyism, stateside does Stockholm. The other time stateside come over here for 2 weeks, and in the middle of it, then I just went to like Leeds and Reading Fest. Was like, here, Martin, I had to sleep on a park bench one night. I got locked out of my hostel. And then Pete Silver, our Finnish friend, was like, yes, you can stay at my place. It's a little bit messy. And by the time stateside left, man, the amount of bottles, like Bulmers bottles and vodka bottles, it was just... I'd say there was probably about 200 bottles in the fucking gaff. It was just himself drinking. Be like Auf Wiedersehen, except no Jimmy Nail and in Sweden. Yeah, it could totally be done, man. Boys in the Black stuff. I think it could be done. Was he with the crackers with Colgan, man? And like Colgan, in fairness to him, if Collie did something, like say, if he did something, I might get on to him and say, let's put pressure on McGregor to fund the fucking Series 5, and we'll get him in it as a cameo, but we'll get him to play someone completely different, like we'll get him to play fucking... Or what could you give him a fucking funny name as? Like Chinchilla Loftus, or fucking Samurai Steve. stateside in Alki, no more than the rest of the fucking country. Jedwood will end up like the Matrix directors, the Wachowski sisters. They will probably get married to each other eventually. Oh man. Call center shit. Buzz came out to the States and did a show a few years back. Would you never do the same? I would, man. I was planning on going and doing a tour of the States, just doing little gigs where it's just fucking music and comedy, and hit the Irish communities, and then anyone else who's a fan could come along. But that was the plan, and then the Wu flu came and fucked up my dreams. It's fucking Eddie Durkin. Oh, you Shawnee Fitzpatrick, hey. Some fucking boy. Well, I've reached the hour now, and I think it's time for me to climb the wooden hill and go off to fucking Bobo land. Oh, can you hear the call of the Bobos? Get the head down on the pillow then and just be like, oh ho, I'm going pure sleeping, and I'm going dreaming about Brian Ormond and what soft hands he has. To start an ill-informed, sanctimonious podcast on mental health, where you provide no real practice advice, but convert the collective misery of your youth into hard coin. It's been brilliant to have Dr. David with, as always, mate. Beautiful, and give Dr. David a subscribe there as well. Charles Moran, it's only a flu, hey. J4MT, good luck. Give the third leg a good pulling. I'll tell you one thing, man. I've not pulled the fucking. I've not choked the chicken in over a year. Don't need to. I just gave it up, man. It's amazing. Once you give up the onanism, your head just fucking. It's just like, maybe it's a bit personal, but like in my formative years, it was always like. You'd be in the house by yourself, and it would just be one of these reactions. Class, I'm alone. I can have a wank. It's like, why? But yeah, it never happens anymore, man. Off to the blanket street and pillow corner. Good night, says Bendy Toaster. A self-help podcast that helps people be better at throwing back the pints. I was talking to my mate Rod earlier on. He was like, "Hey, Marty boy, want to go for a few crispners?" And I was like, oh, can't tonight. But I said to him, wouldn't it be lovely to hit the bar and get a couple of bottles of the old Clonmel champagne, to hear the ice cubes melodically clinking in the glass as you throw back those crispy bursting bubbles cascading down your throat, and you drop the glass down with an awe-inspiring quench. And he was like, fucking some poetry, boy. I could sell, I could get people really worked up for pints, man. You know what I mean? With such a passion on a John P.B. Kane scale. When you go to the pub and the bartender knows exactly what you want, and the suds falling down that chilled glass. It's funny, when I was a kid and I'd ice in beer, no, Magners or Bulmers. But I've often put ice in beer just to fucking really enjoy that ice cold refreshment. Smash that like button if you want to end alcoholism. Up Clonmel, he's back. Fucking Jimmy Baz is back. Worst AA meeting ever. I want to see a woke version of Eddie talking people out of Alcohol Anonymous. Lexus saying, Jesus, in the background makes the scene. And the rope going around his foot. I don't know what it like. I remember when I was a kid and you'd watch these like 80s style fucking Dallas shows, and there's like some hotshot dude in a wooden cladded office at a desk, and they pull out a decanter, and then they're all drinking like scotch. Doesn't matter what kind of fucking drink it was, I'd be like, ooh, fucking thirsty now. And go off. I mean, the mother, she'd only buy Coca-Cola once a week on a Friday. And it would last about 15 minutes. And I haven't heard from Chris in a while, man. I haven't heard from a good while. Yeah, my mother would go and she'd buy a bottle of Coke or Fanta or something, and it'd be gone in like maybe 4 liters of it's gone in fucking 15 minutes, half an hour. So then she started buying this disgusting Iceland Diet Coke. So she would buy this stuff because we wouldn't drink it, but it would be so disgusting that we wouldn't want to drink it. And then you drink it if it was cold, and you'd be like, the first like 4 sips of it, be like, oh, this isn't too bad. And it's like, oh, it's fucking rank, man. So it was like, oh, the worst was diet lemonade, like fucking Tesco own brand stuff. I was like, why do we even buy the fucking stuff? We could have just drank water. Is Lexus going mad with the champagne at the pool party a reference to Barney in The Simpsons, where he wins the astronaut competition against Homer and then goes on the lush? Yeah, similar enough kind of vibe, but it wasn't the same thing. It was just more so like, look at this pool party has been completely destroyed with some of the most rampant pisshead lush monsters in the country. That scene in Hardy Books at the AA meeting when the guy stands up and says, I'm an alcoholic, and Buzz says, fair play to you. I love it when where they're putting Eddie into the ambulance, and then you just pan down and Buzz is going, "Bleh," and then the Viper goes, get that lad a drink. Those Scotch decanters are classy as fuck. Lads in fancy suits making business deals like Boardwalk Empire. You got that one right. Fair play to you. Yes, you love it. Eddie, what you call a midget in a cement bucket? I don't know. Oh yeah, Barney was even drinking non-alcoholic. I'm on The Simpsons, you've got to love it. Neo, we're not alcoholics, we're binge drinkers. Ain't that the truth, boy? Ain't that the fucking truth? Little hard man, hey. Hey, that was fucking good, Shine. It was fucking good. Now, to all of you who are watching this after, I hope you're doing well. And to everyone who's joined me live and all the super chats, thank you very much. And if you're watching this live and you're going, you know what, I like that. I like the cut of that Maloney man's jip. He's a fucking sound skin. I'll give him the touch now. Maloney's Digest, PayPal, all in one word. I'll fucking, any touch is a fucking welcome touch, by. Ian Law, the bit in the ambulance when you're mushering, you're looking well like tier 1, whopper. This better not get demonetized, those pricks. I'm up to 4,300 subscribers, man. It's been a long road, but yeah, hopefully I get, like, if you have any good mates who are sound and you want to have them in the chat, tell them to subscribe. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing, man? Fucking subscribe and hit the little bell job and go, cool, ding ding, Maloney's on, hey, Maloney's Digest. Salam alaikum, says, see ya. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. And see what Robbie Heenan, gotta do a premium subscriber site for the chat and conspiracy, too spicy for YouTube. Yeah, maybe I should, man. Maybe I should. I'll where though? Do you know what I mean? Unless someone can build me a website and I can just host it, like what your man Luke Radowski's doing. He's doing. Oh, I cover these in much more detail on We Are Changed, Luke Uncensored. It's like, fucking Radowski, some man for fucking getting gorgeous coin, man. Oh, gorgeous coin. Patreon, yeah, I see. Like, and for anyone who's still on Patreon, it's disheartening when you see patrons leave and it's like, didn't get what I wanted. I haven't been on Patreon for a good while because I'm on here. So the Patreon is a good way of it's nice to get the monthly touch, but I kind of feel like it's. I suppose I could do Patreon stuff as well, but then I've only got so much time in the day, you know. It's funny, like before I got divorced, I had like, if I had to ever spend a night alone with the 2 kids, I'd be like, oh, this is bollocks, man. But now I'm a full-time dad, and I have, in fairness to myself, I have grown as a person, in terms of what I'm capable of, and I'm a solid dad. You know what I mean? My kids, they'll always look at me and be like, the man's a funny header, but he's got a heart of gold. Well, please God, that's what they remember. The episode when you're skagging in Noreen's gaff and the parents, the fear was mighty. Oh, lads walking around South Dublin after a Donnybrook or fucking Killiney Beach rave, being like, oh, you can imagine it. The claw wedge, says Mara Smith. Brian M. Good thing about Hardy Books is they never forgot about the Coreys and the Trevors, i.e., the secondary character, Salmon Stateside and Sim Card. Well, when I'd be writing it, I try and fit absolutely everyone in. And that was the sad thing about the film is like you couldn't put everyone in it because it would have got too convoluted and also couldn't afford to get everyone. You could go live in your Discord. They just have to be Patreon members of a certain tier. Yeah, I could do that actually, but I kind of feel like if people want to if people want to contribute on Patreon, it's very welcome and like there is the Patreon Discord group and apologies to anyone who I haven't been that active on Discord lately. So my apologies for that, but I try and get back as much as I can. Fair play to you, Martin. Cheers, Jimmy lad. Well on you, mate. Warms the heart to see good dads. Look, man, if you bring the way I look at it is you bring in human beings into the world, it's your responsibility to make them. You have to sacrifice for. I think that's the thing, man. Like kids are seen as being an obstacle now, but like you you know the amount when you have kids of your own, the amount of life lessons that you learn. You can't you earn your stripes, you earn these wrinkles and the fucking receding hairline, and you know you you know there's I always wanted kids when I was growing up. I always the ex-wife, she said like she's a great woman for the plan, and she was like, on this date I want to have a baby and then I can go and finish my studies, and I was like, fair enough. So I did it, and she gave me, my daughter's like one of the best, well, both my kids, one of the best gifts I could ever be given. I was a bit bitter about having to move back to Sweden because I was out of the, when once you're in the limelight and you're getting really handy numbers, and then when you go to Sweden and no one knows who you are. But I think it's grand because it grounds you as well. It gives you that, it can be when you're in the eye of the storm and you're being invited to all these rules after you, says Chairface. But when you're in the public eye and you're in it and things are happening so quickly, it's easy to kind of get caught up in the madness. You know what I mean? You've so many people onto you. It's very difficult to distinguish who are the yes men who are out to line their own pockets or climb the ladder, and who are the legitimate fucking sound skins. And I've always tried to stay like one of the, always try to maintain, like even before I became well known for the show, I used to think about what it would be like to be famous, and I always thought it was important to like, obviously I meet so many people, it's hard to remember everyone's name, but if I don't remember, I'll at least make the effort when I'm talking to people to be like, oh yeah, man, I remember, like, even like we were talking earlier on about being in the party in Sligo. Yeah, I remember those lads. I mean, I've got a bit of a Rain Man memory for people as well. It depends on how steamed I was. Trailer Park Boys thought they could jettison their secondary character and still be the same, which wasn't true at all. Yeah, like Ricky's dad was fucking brilliant. Corey and Trevor. It's funny, like I was talking to like your man Bubbles fucking texted me there a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, Maloney, is this you're the same number? And I was like, yeah. And then I texted him back. Fucker didn't get back to me. Fucking one of those getting pissed. Fucking phoning this man to say, oh, I know him. I found it hilarious when you find all the dudes from out of the town camping in the woods and then ruin their night. The one guy doing the video blog. Yeah, I can't believe my fucking iPhone battery is fucking dead, man. Aquarius, looks a bit smoky in there, man. Are you burning a 10 spot? No, for the fifth time, it's the adhesive under the glass. It's come away. The episode where I heard the main guys on Trailer Park Boys are actually treated Corey and Trevor like shit on the show in real life. Yeah, Corey and Trevor were fucking hilarious. They were hilarious, man. They were part of it. Like, you've got to embrace every member of it. The episode where the Viper says when they're at Stateside's gaff, imagine a bale of silage twerking on you. Fair play to Brian Kennedy, man. He's a real good sport. He's a sound skin as well. Like getting punched by a fart. It's fundamentally changed me on some level. It hit me like being punched by a smelly fist. Brian Kennedy took the stateside scene very well, was very professional despite the horror in his face. Help! It smelled so bad I couldn't see. Could you ever imagine having to do that scene over and over? Man, series 3 was my favourite of them all, man. I fucking loved it. It was great crack. Roisin Mac, being in the public eye has big downsides too when you have the best of both worlds, as you can go there and have peace. There's a lot to be said for having peace. Can you imagine being like David Beckham or Tom Cruise or fucking Ed Sheeran? You can't go anywhere. Like, everyone wants a piece of Harry Styles and the boys. Did you do most of the writing on Hardy books? I probably did the majority of it, I'd say. Does anyone know where the episode where Stateside goes? It will be the sweetest victory. That's episode 3. That's the one where it's like, it'll be the sweetest victory. Don't start. So yeah, it was me who wrote that, because at the time I was listening to "Sweetest Victory" by Rocky Four, or Vince DiCola Rocky Four, and it was just stuck in my head. It was like, I just thought it'd be funny. It will be the sweetest victory. How much Buckfast do you think one can drink and still be a good dad? Asking for a friend. Oh, sure. A bottle or two at the weekend, and you'll be fucking sound, man. Holden Eugelina. Child just staring soul deep into an iPad, completely unaware of their surroundings. Yeah, there's an awful lot of fucking iPads, but look, I was fucking in front of the TV the whole time. It's just the way it is, man. Do you still chat to the Black Garda? He was a G. Kofi, man. He was fucking Kofi's great crack. We used to always stay at his place in Galway, and I remember there was one heavy fucking long weekend of it, and on a bank holiday Monday, myself, Tom, Owen, Pete, I can't remember who else. There was about 6 lads in his box room, and the landlord let himself into the gaff and came up the stairs, and he opened the door and seen us at like 3:30 on a fucking bank holiday Monday, sleeping on the floor in the room. He goes, "What the hell's going off in here?" And no one said anything. And of course, me being the vocal one, just goes, "Slumber party." Your man just walked off. Broadband is the best episode, unskippable. Why does he have to have his shirt off to watch soccer bloopers? I used to teach Ed Sheeran's uncle the piano in Bristol. He told me he hates his music and thinks it's shite, which I thought was amazing. Oh, God. There's some real buttery stuff. I'd say Ed Sheeran knows of the Hardy books, man. He has to. There's ghouls and pixies in there. Rocky 4 director's cut about to be released shortly by Stallone with extra slaps. Is that true? That'd be fucking brilliant, man. What are you doing in our gaff with no top on? Has to be tattooed on people. Tom's got this brilliant joke, right, where in any situation you've just landed somewhere and you're like, oh, what's the fucking crack here? What do we do? Like, there's an awkward bit before being told where our sleeping quarters are for the night, or we're being waited to be sat at a restaurant, or we're about to go live on stage at like fucking UCD or something, and everyone's a bit nervous, and Tom always has this fucking genius line: "Should we take the tops off?" It would "Would you shut up? There's a man here trying to sleep." The landlord comes in. FWFTW, how you doing, man? I'm good, mate. Robbie Heenan, yes, how'd he get in there? Dean Hennessy, the first scene where you're all in the sitting room before Mitzi Turbo Cup is the funniest. It's the best outdoor piss up there is. Sound. It is true. Hope the longer Rocky 4 version works out. Are they going to do like a revamped version of the robot? Hey, Paulie. Chairface, who came up with the bit with SIM cards, gaff, and the biscuit? Can't remember that bit. Oh yeah, the bit where it's just in the drawer and he goes, "Well, I have a biscuit there if you want to like have that." Brian M. I keep on going back to the sketch where you and Buzz are trying to Patricky, who went only by the name of Eddie and Buzz. Revive the cottage, man. It's a fucking tragedy what those cunts to the cottage. I want your opinion on this. Do you think some of the young offenders was based off some scenes in Hardy books? 100% without a doubt, mate. Without a fucking doubt. £5 is awfully dear to use the internet. It is if you're checking emails. Fucking genius. James Murphy. Thoughts on the Viper being arrested for breaking the COVID rules? Fair play to him, man. And I knew it was real because, and you know, that's the fucking brilliant thing about Chris. He's an absolute martyr to his craft, and I could hear it where I could see it when I was watching it. I was like, I could see the real him behind the character, and because to be fair to him, man, he's got a lot of fucking moxie, that kid, and I liked, yeah, I could see he was like, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, mate, I thought, like, hats off to him. And he has my maximum respect for that. Did you enjoy your time on the Vikings, man? You fought to the end. That's how you do it. Yeah, I had a lovely time on the Vikings. The cast and crew were fucking sound. Like the ladies working at the girls working now down at the cafeteria. They knew I was one hungry bastard, and they sorted me out. Your man Ivor's a funny character. He's a right dry bastard. He was a real piss taker. I remember when I went back to do a reshoot or like this promotional thing for like previously on Vikings, like a roundup of series 5. And I was out on the fucking batter roll that night, and I hadn't learnt me lines. And I was like, oh fuck, they know, man, it's me. But I said, have you learnt your lines? He's like, no, man. Like I didn't go to bed until 5. I was watching the McGregor fight. I was like, well, at least the two of us are hungover as fuck. But yeah, no, it was really nice, man. It'd be nice maybe if I can get a part in that Valhalla series, that'd be sweet. The best part, he was the only person there with a mask that actually couldn't block COVID. That could block COVID. Didn't even lift it when they saw him. Just pushed the banana into the face mask. Yeah, I love the way he was the only person who was wearing a hazmat suit. It was like the suits that they use for that weird little, what was it, what was the name of that fucking powder? That shit the Russian lads had in that gaff, and everyone was like, there's an outbreak of biological weapons used, and there was like loads of lads wearing green hazmat suits. I'd say Russia today provided them no bother. The scene where you were torn asunder, where was it filmed? It was filmed in Roundwood in Wicklow. Anthrax. No, it wasn't Anthrax. It was another one. It's oh fuck. Was it a chemical weapon? Was it? It was like a nerve agent or something. The suit invented by Jimmy Hazmat. Novichok, that's the one. Fair fucking play to you, man. Jimmy Bars knows the crack. Novichok said, yeah, do you know fucking Novichok fucking Brazelis? He's coming for a 5519er in Spacetown, Cincinnati. How are you set for the glorious 12th at Maloney's Digest? What's the crack on the 12th? The Orange Lodge boys fucking causing shite up the town, is it? Or you mean the football? Did any of you ever dare go into Jade Winter's Smut Cinema back in the day? Where's Jade Winter's Smut Cinema? Anthrax featuring Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. Top job. TQ, how we getting on, buddy? Beautiful country in Wicklow where they filmed Vikings. Oh, you got that one right. Lovely lakes and stuff. Chris Perez, man, Chris, he's fucking, the man is somewhere. Where are you now, Chris? You're just past the Mississippi. Bring me plenty of fucking beef jerky from Hey, Chris, please, mate. Beef jerky from 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven's own brand. I fucking lived on that stuff when I was in LA. Mark Smith. Martin, I was listening to a football podcast and then seeing the 3-time King of the Town champ, Jabo, on it. Took me a few minutes to place him. There was much use to as a chocolate dildo. Yeah, he was actually on a couple of videos back. He was on a live stream, man. Jay's a good fucking archetypal male hero. I remember him telling me, dude, I was going on holiday with the ex-wife and the kids. I got the Cocoa Pops and I had the Hammerite sprayed onto me. Tell you this, I was the best looking middle-aged man on the beach. He's a fucking legend, man. My music channel is Boots Electric. Some new Dylan cover, Morrissey covers on there of late. Yeah, everyone Get on to, if you want to see some good tunes, Boots Electric, Dr. David there. He's putting out some nice tunes, man. Did Salmon ever remarry with that girl? Oh no, she fucking skedaddled, man. Cool, that's great, man. Ivers class. I wasn't expecting it when you popped up in the series, so I was like, nice one, is Eddie Durkin. Good performance, pal. Thanks very much. Yeah, all I could think was, it was really weird, man. Like, I came out the trailer, it was all covered in fake blood and whatnot, and everyone was like, oh, fuck. I was like, God, it feels like the real thing, the way people are looking at me. And I was like, I'm going to have to really dig deep now. And because I was like, how am I going to fucking do this, man? Do you know what I mean? I was like, and I looked at the size of the crew, all the extras dressed up. And I was just thinking about lads from Swinford going, yeah, look, I'm alone, the daft cunt, pretended to be fucking killed. Fucking daft fucking idiot. Daft cunt. Wee Deegan. Morton, when will I be famous? When will I be famous? I can't answer that. I can't answer that. How'd you mind? Lol, loyal Orange Lodge. The Boom Boom Boys. Immer, I want to take that lumber and sell it for cash. Jade Winters was out on the Tume Road, hey. Oh, it was a bit of a fucking rub and tug gaff, was it? You're outside Chicago. Chris, if you're outside Chicago, can you please meet Sean? Shawneen, Chris is outside Chicago. Does he have a fucking bed for the night? You can put the head down there in Shawneen's gaff, and then you can film it. Hook up in the Discord group there, lads, and it'd be fucking brilliant to see you lads together. Blaze a 40 and just have a good chilled session in the steamy, balmy Chicago night. But if you're going to Chicago, come hard and come heavy. You'll need a piece. Oasis or Blur? Oasis, but I'm a big fan of Blur too. Mark Smith, he does seem to bang on good old he does seem to bang on good old J-Ro, eyes of Soundskin. Love the smell of burning tires. Jaquarius, Quintavious, Jermichael Jr., Digging Handy Martin. I have to finish the vid later. Cheers, mate. No worries, mate. I'm gonna have to fucking hit the road myself. Chris Perez, I'll bring jerky when I'm there in a few weeks. I announced earlier on, Chris, that we'll be doing King of the Influences, where we explore if we could be K-pop boys. We'll incorporate our own social media page into it, and we will do this. Chris, don't stop. Even the president said fuck it and bounced. Yeah, hey Sean, do you reckon you can get him in to the gaff, or is it just really really fucking dangerous there now? You wouldn't want to take the wrong turn in Chicago, I'll tell you that, boy. Having a bit of a hot box, the Dark and Shrine. No, it's the fucking camera. She's ghost. Gimme Danger by the Stooges would suit your voice, Martin. Yeah, my fucking. I need to learn. Oh, I need to just brush up on. I'm a streetwalking cheetah with a head full of napalm. I'm the runaway son of the nuclear A-bomb. I am the world's forgotten boy, the one who's searching to destroy. Yeah, that one. I need to do a good bit of practicing tomorrow. Do you ever say bollocks to getting permission to film on Hardy Books and go guerrilla style? Any funny stories? Chance of Production says, yeah, man, we're all like guerrilla style. That's what we're all about, man. That scene outside the stadium, we had like 2 minutes. We had these two Polish enforcers when we were doing the film. Myself and Todov called them Lobo and Nightmare. And then because we're in Poland, I started doing this character called Mr. Pussy. And Chris is asking me, he's like, so Mr. Pussy, how is it? How is it tonight? And he goes, yes, tonight, Wednesday night, pussy, some pussy. Thursday night, yes, little bit more of the pussy. Friday night, very good pussy. Saturday night, pussy very, very good. Sunday, quiet, pussy sleeps. So I wanted to do this character where it was like Mr. Pussy just had like a scarf kind of over his head with his curly dark hair and an earring, and he just had this guy called Igor who go around with him. This is my boy, Igor. Stop it! And he just whacks Igor with a stick the whole time. So that was a crack. You can go further with a kind word and a gun than you can with just a kind word. You got that one right, Sean. Imagine if guns were legal in Ireland. Stateside would be on a 24-hour watch by the Gardaí. Kevin E. Murphy, you're very fucking welcome, lad. Yeah, guns in Ireland, man. That would be fucking nuts. Like, imagine people just getting... Like my brother-in-law, Mike, he said he used to live in Johannesburg back in the 90s. And then you'd give your gun into like a locker, like a cloakroom, and then afterwards, when you'd have to walk through a metal detector. I remember having to. I was in this place called fucking China Club or something. I think it used to be called Studio 5054 back in the day, but you could just see where it was class in the 80s, but in the 2000s it was just it was shit. There was a picture. There was loads of pictures of like 80s and 90s celebs up on the wall, and there was one of the muscly Italian guy from Oz. He was up on the wall. I don't think I have the Discord group. Can someone put up a... Yeah, it's the Stings Digest one, Chris. Ollie London might have some tips for the Korean boys. Who's that fucking lad who's now Korean? That guy's fucking... What can you do, man? Any chance of getting your man, the Boo, on some day for a little chatting? Lad's a legend. He watches every stream. I know he's watching. Big love to my man, Tommy Boo. Please, Tom, come on. Like he's keeping a low profile, that lad. Man loves his cat. What can you do? I must head off, must say, what do you see? Great stream, man. Good luck to you. Take her handy. Hardy Books for life. Good night and God bless, lad. John Walters. Could you ever do another boys... Could you ever do another Hardy Boy season, Jay, if Netflix offered? Oh, if yeah, definitely, man. The old Block Fighter prank call made to the Traveller was actually... I'm not even going to mention that. Martin, you should go on Love Island next year for the crack. You'd be king of the island. Oh, man, I'd be fucking... My head would be done in. But, I did reality TV once before, and it's anything but fucking... reality. Right, Stateside with Guns is a show I'd watch, says Robbie Heenan. Oh man, you hit the nail on the head there, hey. A metal detector like Total Recall. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I-80 goes west. Hey, Perez will be into you later on, Sean. Yup, it does. I've been on it since Nebraska. Oh man, it'd be good crack to see Chris Perez and Shawnee just blazing it up. Oh my God, look up Tom Cagallan on Google. The guy in the picture looks like he's playing the Boo in the porno. I'll have to look up that. Do you ever do another Hardy Boy series if Netflix offered? Yeah, I fucking definitely would, mate. Definitely would be. Chuck Zito from Oz. He bet the shite out of Van Damme in a bar. Man, he had the Hells Angels tattoo as well. Fucking, he's one hard-looking fucking dude. You wouldn't want to wrong him. Who was that guy, Sean, you were telling me, your man, the Bull? He was in Gotti's crew. That fucking story about... throw it into the chat here, Sean, if you can. When he goes in, I call them greaseballs. They were Italians. Maybe they were made guys, but they weren't made guys over here. It's fucking... Sammy Gravano, that's it. Yeah, man, his stories are fucking intense. Sammy Gravano. I imagine getting him on. Do you know who I want to get on? Lads, again, here's another thing. So homework for you. Put pressure on Justin Healy of RTE for another series. Also, get the McGregor thing going. Just start saying McGregor's going to be producing the 5th series of Hardy Books. And maybe Vince Catano, the guy who played Johnny Sack. Johnny Sack is one fucking spicy dude on Twitter. Also, man, Johnny Sack was always one of my favourite Sopranos characters. Johnny Sack, Ralph Cifaretto, and Richie Aprile, man. Boss this, boss that. Why you gotta bring, making love, why you gotta bring that into it? I thought I was gonna be romantic. Beansy. Right, I'm gonna have to hit the road. I'll blaze. I got Cali Bud with me and some other stuff, says Chris Pez. Oh, lads, it's gonna be sweet. Let me know how you get on. Give me a shout. But look, thanks to everyone who stuck in. We've done a 94 minutes, man. That's a good feature length film right there, boy. You're all sound, and I've enjoyed this immensely. And thank you for the powerful super chats, everybody. And have a great night or day. And I'll try and do a stream over the weekend, and I'll maybe try and get some footage of the gig. So we'll see what the crack is. But good luck and good bless to you all, and much love from the main rooster here himself. It's been great fun, and look after yourselves, and I'll be talking to you all soon. Good luck now. Take care.